traditional Wing Chun defense methods. Now I do practice traditional Wing Chun, but I evolved and added more grappling, which would be Chun Fut method. So I'm going to show traditional first. That's defense. I'm only doing defense. Now, I'm going to use offense more. Traditional Wing Chun, they use cheese out. I don't see them using it in combat. I had to evolve from this method to using cheese out to get closer, to force my opponent to move back. So from traditional Kung Fu, you very rarely see the use of cheese out in actual combat. So this is how we use it. Your hands up, I come in. Now, my opponent feels comfortable. So he throws an attack, look low. I'm not gonna be hitting the head. The head is hard. I'm gonna hit throat, groins, your hands up. Now I'm attacking. No, I can use the chain punch, but the fight ends too quick. I wanna have fun. You can't have fun just hitting people fast. Those are more kicks now. I'm using traditional method. I'm not moving my body now. I'm going to stay in front of my opponent and allow him to execute. Because how can you teach always offense and develop what? Good defense. There we go. Next person. Let me borrow you try this. Now is Wing Chun Fut. You're probably saying, what is Wing Chun Fut? I've never heard of it. It's not Wing Chun. They're not using lap style like we do it in traditional. It's called evolution. I've been fighting on dirt with concrete and shoes on for a long time, and I know if I hit people, no one benefits. Okay? This is Wing Chun Fut. I use the sidearm because I want to give my opponent options. Now, all these movements you see to the head are not head movement. They're eye movement. The opponent only has two eyes. When one gets wounded, the other one has to regroup. Now, this is just defense. Why? Because I worked around kids who were big. And if I hit them, notice I'm bringing them all up to force my opponent low. I'm not just going to do this. That keeps him away. I want him to come in so I can use my arm to attack. Notice the strike areas. Always two vital points. They ball you shine. Now I'm going to highlight what happened. Traditional. He throws a punch off this hand. Say off that hand. I'm coming here, simultaneous. In the real world, do the same punch. The goal is not to give your opponent 20 movements. If I hit, it's eyeball. How many more attempts do we have? It's anything. You don't get but one attack there. You attack low, your opponent's gonna have to surrender. I'm not gonna be playing, I don't play Kung Fu. Notice the foot switching. Let me ball with you, DeAndre. Now this is for a fighter. You hear all this fighting about, MMA. That's all good if you're into sport. But if you come outside of a shopping mall and somebody there waiting on you, this is your enemy. So if a fighter who comes in, say for example, he's going in low to my legs, like an MMA fighter would do. I'm raising my elbow up and I'm bringing it down right on the vertebrae. Why? Because once them arms open up, that means the vertebrae is exposed, hitting that bone. Another example, he goes in, come in again. He's exposed his what? His head. And he got two arms. Once these arms come down, I'm going in. See, there's no rules in the real world. You're not going to come outside shopping with cups on, eye goggles on. Again, this is common. Go for my body this time. You see what I'm striking? Drop your arm. I'm striking his throat from the under, inside on the throat here. That's one aspect. Now, you're probably saying, what is Wing Chun Fut? Grappling. Every opponent got to put his hands in. The goal in Wing Chun Fut is to use the snake hand movements. You probably say, what? This is used to control the opponent's arms. I want to get in to his arms. So his hand's up. He got to put an arm up. So if that hand go up, I'm here. He sees a hole. He goes in, look below. He goes in the other side, look below. Now let's say, for example, he doesn't commit. He just comes up, his hand is out. Now you see what I've done? I forced his hand to his head so I can come with an elbow. Again, he comes in. Again, I come with the elbow here and here. Using what? All parts of your body as a defensive tool. Now he's a fighter that is a runner. The number one thing you have to be mindful of, fighters cannot attack. That's why we have platforms. You can't fight running, not in the real world. A criminal ain't gonna give you a chance. And you better hope if you do, you're faster than him. Okay, again, now this is that fighter who I'm dealing with who said he coming in maybe wants to beat an old man up. I'm not gonna go in the back, lock the door, and not call 911. I haven't been here 21 years playing martial arts. So if I have a fighter, his hand go up, I'm going in. Now he feels like he can do something. But look below. See that foot? And neck here. They don't have to hurt people. There's something they can be hurt. He sets up again. It's hard to get off a fight from a distance. See, I'm not hurried. I'm not going to be in a hurry. You probably used to see attackers fight like this. That's too immature. That's too youthful. That's too much energy. I like to take my time. Real world mistakes are costly. Again, he's a fighter that wants to come in. He knows how I come. Always what? Hold the body. This is cheese out. Waiting for his what? His next move. So I can strike the eyeball. All right, you'll be getting more demonstrations on combat. Different aspects from Wing Chun Fut, and then ranges. There's long range. That's when your opponent's set up. And you're setting up. He throws an attack. Now, this is not just a fist. I'm going for his eyeball. In class, I like to show the fist. I've shown you Wing Chun, traditional. Then I've shown you snake hand. How to seize control over your opponent's limbs. Your hands up. Usually outside movements. The hand got to come out. So if my hand is here, I'm coming here. Then I'm attacking. There you go. Thank you very, very much for watching our videos, and look forward to showing more. We're going to saturate YouTube and Facebook with Kung Fu videos.